Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm a little bit frazzled because I told Kyle this off while we were setting up, but just explain why I'm a little bit distracted. My recycling bin's missing. I brought out the trash from recycling on Friday because they get picked up on Saturday, and by Sunday I came outside and there's just recycling bin's gone. My trash one is still in the place it normally is.
Yep, you gotta be careful when you go out there. If your recycling bin's gone, it might have no clipped into the back rooms. I'd hate to lose you to back rooms, right?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure if someone stumbled into the back rooms and found a recycling bin, there's gonna be more questions than concerns at first.
You probably haven't seen the videos for the back rooms, have you?
I've seen some of them.
There's the one where like a girl drops her baseball into the back rooms in a garage and then just stumbles into it because it like expands randomly. She goes down there and there's a fucking car, just a crash car that looks like it had gone nose first into the floor and then just landed.
Reminds me about. We're once again not going to start the game for a bit because we're distracted. Reminds me of like a small reblog meme that happened on Tumblr, where it would just show images of people falling to the earth for some reason, and they all end up in hell. This was before Backrooms, by the way. This was before that happened. So.
Backrooms has been around for a while. The videos that were made are kind of their own thing that takes inspiration from it. It's not like the original Backrooms at all, but I think it's really good overall.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
like seeing the video where a car is just driving down the highway and then it just goes whoop, bye bye.
No, yeah, but this is before. Okay, this was like early enough. I was still in college or in community college. So, just to give you a vague idea of how long ago this was for me. I think the background started gaining traction when I was no longer in SRJC. It's not doxing if I don't live in Santa Rosa anymore.
I don't live there either, before anybody gets concerned.
I mean, you do live in California, but also California is fucking huge.
California's massive.
I've heard people on the streets, not realizing I could hear them, talk about how California doesn't seem that big, and it's like, man, we got. If there was like one of those Helita shows just on like California cities, we're gonna have like fucking people from San Francisco are widely different from those from like Hollywood, man. There's no overlap. They're all different. It's terrifying.
We don't have the same width as other states, but we really do have the height. Like we are taller than some states combined. It just makes us look small.
California's a lanky boy.
Exactly. You know, this explains why a lot of people in California are really tall.
Are you saying the size of the state you're in affects your height?
I mean, I'm like 6'4", so possibly.
I'm 6 feet tall only by the fact that I've been told that saying my actual height is pedantic and no one's going to care. Which, because I brought it up, I feel like I've explained. My actual height is 5'11" and 3/4. No one gives a damn. They're rounding my height up.
Enough. Yeah. Height is one of the funniest things just to make fun of people with, or just gaslight people on. The one person that's like 5 foot, I think it's like 8, and everybody around her is over 6 feet tall, so we keep calling her little. It's just like the argument usually goes, I'm taller than most women. Yeah, but to us, you're short.
I'm surprised you don't give it more into that. Like, I'm taller than most women. Who said that? What's that tiny voice? You do that, and then you tell me how badly you got beat. I'm gonna turn you up. Actually, you're a little bit quiet on my end.
Oh, I do that. You're not gonna hear from me for like 2 to 3 days. I'm gonna wake up in the morgue. We thought you were dead. Well, like it.
I have no idea how to turn you up with this.
With
It's the streaming thing.
oh, so what you can do, let me pull up my OBS as well. You can add in a different like audio mixer essentially. So like, yeah, it's set the desktop audio right now, right?
Yeah. Most my headsets, but yeah.
But yeah, it's the audio coming through your headset.
Mhm.
So what you can do is if you go to like properties or like you can click on.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was just trying to fix your audio in Discord itself.
I should do that sometime so that I can boost different volumes easier without having to worry about like audio from the desktop or something like that coming through.
I'm booting the main audio up to like 9 dB, I think it says. I don't want to go any higher because I'm worried about blowing out other people's headphones.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, figure out how to do that myself actually sometime. I can tell you about how to do it later on. I haven't actually done something where I could set it up so that there's multiple sources. I'll need to look into that, but that's not important right now.
Right, what is important is finally starting. It's continuing.
Hit the load button at least, like let it load in. Oh yes, October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Right in company law offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Huh? But Maya.
So what happened?
Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
This is a bad thing, by the way. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much.
Could you imagine divorce court being that long?
Oh.
Yeah. My parents' cases might have gone faster, but because
your parents, as far as I know, they ended it like amicably. They were perfectly fine with.
Yeah, my friends married because they were friends, and then Dad found out he was gay.
Yeah, so like, just imagine the contentious divorce cases.
Yeah. Actually, again, I'm going on a tangent, but I recently learned, I don't know when I learned it, divorce cases are fairly new.
Yeah. I think it was, like, divorce has been, like, a thing that has changed over time. Like, we could easily get into, like, a lot of details about the laws behind divorce. Like, no-fault divorce being not a recent thing.
Yeah, it used to have to be like there has to be a reason why you're divorcing, and it has to be like it can't be a case of we don't love each other anymore, or we found out we're just not compatible, or again like in the case of my parents, my partner's gay. I am.
You had to claim somebody like did something that would mean that you'd need to split up. So usually they pretended there was abuse in the case.
Which probably hasn't helped.
Yep. Anywho. Hit the button.
I am.
Hit it faster, David. Well, we've no time to waste.
Sorry, I was just thinking about all of the likely problems with proving abuse because that might have happened because of those cases.
I mean, this was like way back. It wasn't an easy system to get with, or to work with at the best of times.
I need to switch to a different screen.
Oh no.
Did he? No, what?
How could you forget to switch to a different screen?
I was pulling up the Put that there. No, I don't want it full screen. Put that there. Okay, now I can see that. I can see if sound's coming through. And I have an easy way to flip through the main one in case something goes wrong. I think we're supposed to go to the tent. Yeah. Mr. Wright, you did it well again today. Thank you.
Oh. Thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
It's my natural look. You know how some people have retching bitch face? I have retching tears.
I'm understanding the mask a bit more now.
Wow, Nick, you must have really rounded them in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Well, there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. You're my lawyer.
No. I'm the lawyer. She's...
Here. Do you want an assistant? Here's one for free.
Can we really call her assistant at this point?
I mean, currently she can summon Mia, and that's about it.
That's... Okay, no. Hold on a second. You understand that basically converts her job from being assistant to telephone, right?
Well, she's telephoned to the dead, which gives her some leeway.
I know, but when your entire job is communicating with someone else.
I mean, to be fair, that's also what interpreters do.
Yeah.
She's a dead person interpreter.
Please, this is no laughing matter. As we chuckle in the background.
As we laugh like lunatics.
Did you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, no one dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Because she's before the. I don't know how to end this joke. I'm just gonna completely dish it. Never mind. It boiled down to because she started Global Studios 5 years ago. That means she can extend trials. Since she came on board, we have nothing but hits.
Also, every time we try to tell her, she just stares at us.
Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manel?
He's disgusting.
Okay.
Oh, I used to be a minor straight to video. Oh god.
Straight to video, yep. he's one of those.
But something in his work caught Vanquez's eye. She bought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sam Manila. He's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, in gibberish, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and Imagine him jumping.
He tries to jump, he just falls forward, and there's just a loud thump.
He like gets an inch off the floor and it just goes straight through the floor.
We joke, but we're also both heavy set.
I've actually been working out more lately. I've started losing weight.
Okay, fine, I'm heavy set. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vanquez came to Global.
5 years ago?
5 years ago. That's almost 12 years ago.
There are some memes I could send you now that I'm hearing the 5 years ago thing having to do with birthdays.
The old Windback sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our god's down. Or she's dead and hasn't fallen over yet.
Yeah?
I bet we can even eat those donuts in the guard station if you wanted.
You eat, you die.
Phew, she's alive.
I had to do that one in a normal voice because that seemed like...
No, that's fair.
After everything, you know? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, wait. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about it, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
He's still alive? I thought I poisoned him years ago.
I thought he got caught in the drain recently. So, he's soft, a pushover. He does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. We shall not touch that subject.
Huh? Why would anyone like to be treated like dirt? Doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No. No, it doesn't, Maya. Not in front of her, no. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You dragged a star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he can sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Ooh. She ticked off. Back to the employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah. No. No touching. Oh, sorry, pal.
This has to be one of my favorite musical themes from the first Ace Attorney.
Yeah, it's nice and intense. Didn't mean to frighten you.
They didn't meet. I almost had a heart attack, and I'm 17. We're not supposed to get those.
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
I used to perform on a show called Columbo.
He really does have a Columbo look.
I think we talked about this before, actually.
We talked about this a lot of times.
I think we bring it up like every time we see him.
I know. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
Trying to trigger. I'm trying to trigger the step ladder argument, but I don't know where it starts. Let me look it up.
Step ladder argument?
Oh, you don't know about this? Okay, I definitely have to find it then.
I must have missed. Well, I mean, if it's like something you can trigger, I probably missed it during the first time I played through this. Unfortunately, this does mean that the music goes away because. Oh no! Wait a moment. There we go. It has returned. The audio cut out for a second there, so I'm just sitting here like, I guess when he clicked off the screen, the audio stopped. No. That'll be the connection going. So
I think I missed it. You have to examine it in Studio One.
Oh, I see. So like.
Yeah, I don't think it.
Studio.
Yeah, I don't think I can enter it anymore since Oldbag has the keycard.
Oh well.
There's one in Rise of Ashes, so.
Oh, this will be good.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the test solution on the plate changed color, alright? So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? I'm Maya. I don't want to be, but I am now.
You okay?
I smile, but no mirth exudes from my face.
Oh no. We've broken them.
I'm fine, just... I remember how terrible she can get later on.
Uh-huh. Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'd buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, what happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right.
I gotta ask, how do you not know the sleeping pills in your stick?
So, most likely, it could also just be a translation issue. but the thing I was thinking is that you can crush up sleeping pills to make them less noticeable or easier to consume. Some people actually do that, especially for the elderly, because they have trouble swallowing sometimes. So they crush it up, mix it with water or anything like that, and then swallow it. This could also be the case of it being a mistranslation. Instead of sleeping pill, it's more a sleeping fluid of some type.
Or sleeping drug.
Yeah. Something they could put onto the plate, because otherwise it's a little trickier to explain the other solution, reacting to sleeping pills, since it's not there wouldn't be anything left over in this case.
Yeah.
So my best guess is that he just like crushed it up and then put it over the plate.
Oh, hello! What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No!
I mean, makes sense. They had a murder on set. It's kind of hard to get past that in the industry. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vanquez, that producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He did anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. Soil, even. Perhaps even fertilizer.
At that point, it's no longer dirt.
I know what dirt means. About five years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during... Man, then Global Studios must be really new, because most studios have multiple studio lots.
Yeah, it probably is.
And they probably only do like one thing.
Well, they were saying that like Miss Vasquez was the big reason that they started to go up in like viewership and everything. So it's possible that they really weren't getting that much to start off with.
Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Oh, you know what? Yeah. So that makes it sound like at the time it was just getting started, and then somebody had an accident over there. They could no longer use that film set due to the accident, so they built a second one and converted the old one into a lot.
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
How would I strike Maya now?
Worry about that later.
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They say it's bad luck, bad for business, and also it is a crime. Don't forget,
Talking about plagiarism.
apparently they stole from some American TV show, Samurai Jack.
Oh God.
I think it was on during this time, so.
It was on during this time. At the same time, just think about like how confusing that would be for the person that made Samurai Jack.
They want to forget all this. They want to forget this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? We're doing a bunch of mime shows.
Dear God, no.
How can they just do that? What about the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. It'll keep them from breaking in, after all.
Not wrong. However, it's still concerning.
Oh, and silent movies. We're doing a lot of silent movies. Silent artsy movies.
You say that, don't forget about The Quiet Place.
I've actually never seen The Quiet Place.
I haven't either, but the amount of publicity that got, and the amount of like good things I've heard about it, like it's a joke, but still.
They'll find a new hero to follow. Like Samurai Jack from The Americans.
No, we all know that the new hero that they follow is going to be a princess based off of Manila.
Let me pretend. No, that can't be true. The program just ends. They'll be heartbroken for sure. Hick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Take a look at this. The scrapbook, probably?
And this is...
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face.
Mister, those adults pay my bills. I can't say no. I can't convince them otherwise.
No, you don't get it. You take this to them. They'll understand how popular it is and how much money they can make.
Sir, they're literally they're literally wigs and suits. I don't think there's a human in that. It scares me, sir.
You know what? Knowing producers today, no brain cell makes sense.
You're right. Okay. What can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay, I don't know. Man, that was easy.
Can you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
No, I just said. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vanquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Vanquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? You know that death on any part of the studio looks bad on the studio, right? Anyways, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star. Okay, that was shocking. I didn't mean to do that. Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big.
For your teeth there? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it confused me. Well, you know Mr.
I thought it might be a fire alarm.
You know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. We were afraid about what would happen if his career if word got out. I see. You know, who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. I'm pretty sure she's been here since time immemorial.
He was here when the lot was just dirt.
Actual dirt, not blackmail dirt.
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. She might talk about that, actually. I will point out how interesting it is that we haven't even gone to Studio 2 yet.
We went to Studio 2.
No, I mean like today.
Oh,
Like we've just gone to Studio One, and we've already gotten like this big rumor going on, and confirmation that Hammer indeed drug Powers. It's just, I just got the joke with Will Powers. Do you know what his name is a joke for?
tell it to the class. I assume willpower.
Power. Yeah. The thing he doesn't have.
It is a little funny once you realize it.
Yeah. My name is Will Powers, named for my lack thereof.
My name's Will Powers. I was told coming here would help with my confidence.
What, you're still sticking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good. She might die. We'll be free, Nick. Free.
We don't work here, Maya. We were already free. Everybody doing their darndest to forget him. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today?
Me. I am bound to this place like a lich.
Oh no. Let's get the holy water. Get the holy water, Brian. Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
Hammer, you use hammers to build things, after all. She just suddenly just gets a case of dementia.
Like she starts foaming at the mouth.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance.
I didn't know that she said that. I had forgotten, and that just made it all the better. She just starts foaming at the mouth. Nick, she's starting to froth.
It's just rabies, you little whippersnapper. I'll be dead soon.
We need to talk to her about 5 years ago. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols?
Oh dear, I guess I should move states.
Oh dear. Do you know the Witness Protection Program?
Mr. Detective, can I leave here in protective custody? I fear for my life.
Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. The assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the heat accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Well, whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume?
I do have proof.
I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Oh, right. The sleeping pills in the lunch, huh? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
I'll eat your evidence.
Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. We took it from there without asking the detective first. He's gonna be very upset when he finds out. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on, powder on the plate. So you crunch it up. Huh. I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in, which is the pill bottle.
My attorney badge.
Poor Gumshoe is going to be in so much shit with Edgeworth later. We just took the goddamn plate with the evidence of the sleeping pills on it. But he just got the evidence that cracks the whole case, and he just walked off, and we just took the plate. Like, and the bottle with the sleeping pills, apparently.
To be fair, we found that one first.
Yeah, but we handed it over so it could get fingerprinted.
And I think they have evidence of the fingerprints back at the station.
Yeah,
Shinkatumi doesn't know how evidence works.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. You don't just hand the evidence to the lawyer after you log it. Look, it gets tampered with. This bottle contains sleeping pills.
I trust.
Have any of these things. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found in the bottle, and mine and Maya's, because we've been handling this thing without gloves this entire time.
Speak for yourself, Nick. My fingerprints have been burned off.
Laughing at a honestly, very sad moment here for Oldbag. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see. Tired of holding it all in.
I've never heard this one before.
What, this conversation?
No, this song piece.
Yeah, this might have been added in with the
HD.
version or something. Yeah. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this. Photograph? Oh. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Okay. Those are supposed to be plastic. To avoid this exact thing.
Yeah.
Like, not even like sharp plastic, like blunt plastic.
It's possible that somebody...
This is a terrible studio.
I know. It's seeming like possibly somebody in the background is just like grabbing things that are real, that should be fake because they're on hand, and just using it to replace it because it's cheaper.
Mike, this is why you have it.
I know.
I'm just more angry at the prop people at this point. Yeah, a man died. You know why that man died? Because the prop people are fucking incompetent.
They probably also got away with it, kind of.
Yeah, it's all blamed on Hammer, so...
It's all blamed on Hammer, and Vasquez is being arrested in this one because I think it's very obvious who the killer is now.
No shit. So yeah, this is a terrible fucking studio.
Oh god.
He had an axe. Wait, hold on. In that photo, Hammer had what looks like a tennis racket. The other man has an axe. What the fuck were they filming?
I think it's like Tennis Samurai or something like that. There is actually a poster for it, I think, in the Studio 2 trailer. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I was the paparazzi.
I understand. Yeah, so like, the other thing too is that guy is wearing what looks to be like padded armor and everything on him. Like, if we look at that photo in closer detail, he's got like a chest plate on, essentially. But that's fake.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Trying to pull up the cold record so I can look at the photo again.
Yeah, you can hit A to check it. Yeah, look, he's got like some kind, like that does not look to be fully leather. That looks like it's some sort of chest plate and like full on, like full plate almost for some of that armor.
And I would get why that would be fake, because, you know, full armor on an actor who's doing a lot of action scenes is going to get exhausting fast.
Yeah. Like he's wearing standard pants, but it looks like the chest, like the upper torso has some kind of armor on it. Even shoulder pads looks like are underneath the sleeves.
And I get that. That's perfectly fine costume design. It looks intimidating, but it's probably light as normal clothes, if a little bit heavy, just for, you know, sound purposes.
Yeah, it. Just the fact that those things are. We should definitely take a look at the spikes over at Studio 2, I think. Because I remember one of them was bent. Oh. Never mind. It's conversation time.
Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello?
But Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently.
What is in your pipe? We can still examine.
It's over to the right. There it is. There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah. So you can see that like it's bent slightly, and they never fixed it. I should go back to that. The level of detail in this is kind of interesting. So you can see that it didn't bend at the base of the flower bed. The reason I say that is usually when something gives, if there is something that's supporting it, then you'll see like a bend or a fracture, something like that, nearby where something's supporting it. So like the arches of the flower bed would kind of be a support in this case. So you would see it normally bend a little bit lower, but it's kind of interesting that it's not bending down there, and it's instead bending up a little above those arches. Which means that he probably sunk down onto the post, but his body was stopped by the arches. And when they tried to pull him off, they bent the flower bed's fence post while they were taking him off of it. That is
That's a nasty way to go.
yeah. Side note: this is also why you don't put spiked flower bed fence posts. I've actually never heard of them. I've seen like some level of spiking to stop deer and stuff like that from going in. Never one on the top, like it's a fucking guard tower fence.
I've seen them on the top of fences where they're gates.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about right now. Like, what? Did you just take this off the top of a gate and then just stab it around the fence of the garden? Like, what'd you do here? Whatever it is, it was a bad idea.
Okay, we present the photo first. We don't have to talk to her this time.
Makes sense. She's not really interested in talking, I assume. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Oh, bad. Oh.
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez. You had this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer.
Nick, she went inside the trailer. Samurai Summer, Dynamite Samurai, Singing Samurai.
I think she shows us the trailer, the poster for the show she was doing at the time. There's a lot of samurai here, though. You skipped it.
Sorry.
Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident.
She might even be in the shot. It's 5 years ago. She looks 5 years older than that.
It's the same outfit and scarf.
Sorry, I'm skipping past because I was talking to you.
Hitting them buttons fast.
I'm doing that thing I occasionally do on my own streams where I read it faster and then click forward without actually saying.
Okay. I had a connection glitch there for a second. That's why he was doing kids shows for pay change. So I'm a black man right now.
I thought you were gonna arrest me for my weed. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but he used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful. I'm going to say that whole thing again. But he used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
For a second, it sounded like you were saying a waifu, or like stumbling over waifu somehow.
Welcome to my life. It hasn't. My speech hasn't gotten better since I keep losing teeth.
Oof.
Like I have a big crack in one of my teeth. That I had a root canal that I forgot about. So when it happened, I told you guys in a panic. I have a tooth that's growing in sideways.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have one tooth.
I was born without a tooth.
I have one tooth that had to be removed because it was like it had gotten so rotten. It was actually hurting me to the point where I couldn't eat much. And when I was basically pulled out of my mouth, I got numb, but it was pulled out of my mouth. It looked like a rock.
Jeez.
It's all on the left side of my face.
Yeah, it's just still not pleasant.
No.
I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere.
Sorry, I just had the immense image of Vanquez just not getting metaphors. Like, she's not on the spectrum or anything, she just doesn't get metaphors and still is an intimidating, mafia boss.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's Maltese. She might actually English might not be her first language.
Or Japanese, or whatever the hell we're speaking.
Yeah. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But you were the cause. You pressured him. Or this might also be a translation. It could be Yakuza.
It could be, yeah.
And I think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
I think this is the first time she's looking straight at us.
Yeah. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose?
To be fair, if he was blackmailed over an accident, he probably would, and take peanuts. He probably just, he died. It was my fault. It was an accident. I'm deeply sorry. All that. I'm not gonna try and do an apology thing for someone who committed murder. I don't know how to do that. Instead of just, going along with it.
Yeah. As well, he would probably just leave the industry if he thought that he could do so. Because, an accidental murder, the worst he might get is maybe manslaughter, but I don't think he'd be condemned to, anything major. That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? Yeah, see, we keep. We're apparently on a roll today with figuring out what the plot is. Jeez.
I'm a vague. I'll be perfectly honest. This might not be happening, but this is how I remember the case. The person Hammer killed was her lover or something. That might be true. That might not be true. I don't remember it.
I do recall something like that. Yeah.
I've read too many fan fictions to know which is canon and which isn't anymore.
Help me! My life is nothing but ships.
Ships, sunken ships, toy ships, anchored ships. Ships don't actually exist, and abandoned ships.
This game is secretly a cry for help.
I'm weeping. No one can hear me.
Never had him hard. Believe you me.
That doesn't help what we just talked about.
I know.
But the security list said it was an accident.
Oh, she was a big fan of Hammers, you say. She jumped on the reporter and brought that photo into the studio.
And ate him. I actually fear she's off the property, right?
She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool.
She never filled out her what it's called, bonds, I believe. Old bag is secretly a Persona protagonist.
Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now.
What? This is viable evidence.
Boys.
Yeah, this is Yakuza. Did you lose connection again?
Yep.
I mean, I want to see it again so I don't skip through.
I see it. I see it. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Or tell me why.
Tell me why you have to miss it. As though that would actually be kind of intimidating. Now that I say it. So, someone who's threatening you, who's like threatening you, like, tell me why you're going to miss the big event tomorrow.
Why do you want this photograph so badly?
I look terrible in it. Next question.
This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, race away.
No! I'm not gonna scream super loud.
Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
I'm just gonna assume that an almost Yakuza like beatdown happened with Gumshoe the winner.
Yeah. It's just like a couple of guys get thrown out the window, just like, just. He leaves like right standing there with shock on his face, like what just happened?
If there's ever a Yakuza Phoenix Wright crossover, I want Gumshoe to be combatant.
I would love that actually.
Oh, they're still there.
I mean, yeah. But now the police are involved, and Gumshoe is, despite his flaws, very loved within the police department.
And he's also, you know, a detective still.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a gun, but he's also big and burly.
Yeah, like, the calculation in this situation is, how bad will we suffer if we get on his bad side right now? Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then. In court.
I kind of wish that the intimidating men were gone. Just to show that Gumshoe just came in there and came in, dealt with 4 guys with his bare hands. They're all going to jail.
Yeah, I do kind of wish that they were gone in that situation. Okay, got arrested or something. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with the entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
You know how hard it is to kick a door open? Detective...
My foot may be a little broken. Could you call an ambulance?
Not for me, though. For these guys.
I broke it off in the ass.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it now. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just, I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective.
You know what? In a world before everything that happened and like the pandemic and all that, I'll be perfectly honest. I would, if I had any inclination to join the police force, that would also be something I want to say.
Yeah. The just doing my job line is a very, very powerful line in itself. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. This is a very interesting plot line, honestly. Like, just the amount of stuff coming back forward is decently good. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today we'll call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
Starting off with D. Jeez.
Will the witness state her name and occupation?
D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios.
I kind of want to know what happens if you're unemployed. Are you allowed to say unemployed, or do you have to come up with, like, an occupation?
You probably would say unemployed, yeah.
Okay. I know, like, the first seems obvious, but the law can get weird sometimes.
Uh-huh.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes.
We have a no smoking policy. This is still technically part of California.
Oh no. Edgeworth? Buddy, careful. Oh no. I dislike needless banter.
This is a vape.
If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. More Edgeworth. That expression alone tells a tale. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
Sorry, I just have the mental image of her going, "Carry me." What? Carry me. I am tired. Carry me.
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, but we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van.
No, that came through. I was taking a drink,
Oh, shoot.
and so my hands were off the controller.
I see. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head tucked from me.
According to what I'm seeing right here, that's evidence we don't get to use.
I think so, because, like, yeah. I see.
It's a red herring form of evidence.
Yeah. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Oh, wait, yeah, the evidence is the van is used here. Never mind, I misread it.
Right, because she said that she took the van over there. But how could she when the road was blocked, right?
Something like that. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Alright, do you know what we need to do?
The T-bone steak, right? Because the plates didn't have a T-bone. But I don't think the steak plate works here, does it? Because that one has like bones on it. What? Nem, did you just? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's incorrect, the music still plays and we take a penalty.
I see.
I mean, normally that's what happens.
Right. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. Look, what's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare.
That's a nice damage. That's a nice damage image.
I know. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone?
It was a boneless T-bone steak, you idiot!
What a connection, Tommy.
God damn it. Okay, I'll wait for her to come back.
You made that joke and the connection just went, We need to put a stop to this. You didn't eat the steak. Clearly. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator.
I do like that damage animation.
Yeah, because it does really make it clear, like, there's two things I like about it. One, she's not, like, making a lot of noise along with it. And there's not too much movement. It's just a clenching of the jaw.
Out of all of the Ace Attorney villains, she's the only one who has a attack animation that looks like someone who got caught in a lie.
Yeah. Which I think is really good.
This is you.
I know, I just pulled up what I'm going to have for dinner, which was going to be McDonald's because my family's out of the house. And for some reason, it pulled up W.C. Donald's.
Welcome to WC Donald's. I think that's it's Whack. I think that's Whack Donald's, which is what a lot of people use to avoid copyright with McDonald's.
Yeah, it's just funny because this is on the McDonald's page and it's still labeled McDonald's, but the image has McDonald's with an upside down arc.
I think that's because it's. I think that's because of the devil is a part timer.
Maybe.
Because that's what they use.
That could be the case, yeah. I'd have to take a look. Ignore me. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Taking on salmonella.
Technically, both are correct. However, meeting with the Steel Samurai is the correct one. Choose meeting with the Steel Samurai. I do want to point out that it is very interesting that he's not saying murdering the Steel Samurai, just meeting the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright.
Can you prove she murdered the man?
Isn't that a little presumptuous? You just brought up a fucking plate. Hold on a minute.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating.
I've never been accused of murder before, so this is what it feels like.
And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick.
Let's see.
Ah, the good theme.
What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes.
Boom. Sorry. This also has very good vibes to it.
Oh god, I just realized something.
What?
I had forgotten how this one ends, and it is a interesting little bit of Chekhov's gun. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? And in fact, it's not the murder weapon. I think we'd have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see?
I just having an idea of an RPG where all the starting weapons are prop weapons to explain to add to the idea of you should probably get a better weapon right away. And it's always like this is heavy and should not be used as a weapon.
Well, you know, you say that. That does remind me. Persona 4 did that exact thing. All of the starting weapons are not actual weapons. They're fake weapons that Yusuke gets.
Yes and no. I know what you're talking about. That's not what happens.
Like, he gets like a couple of things.
He gets a couple of fake weapons, and then he gets arrested and they're confiscated.
Yeah, exactly what I mean.
Because he's an idiot and swinging all weapons in the middle of a goddamn mall.
Swinging not just one or two. I think it's like swinging 3 at once or something like that.
He's swinging 2 knives. Yeah, I think he has a katana on his back, though.
Yeah, he's very silly. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Yeah, this was the Chekhov's gun. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. The spear itself, it was taped. It had to be mended. It's a very flimsy fix. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But That is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run through?
So I'm just looking at that prop sword, and that looks like it's the world's worst weapon.
I know what they're going for with it.
Oh?
There is a couple of curved blades out there with a similar pattern, one being the Flamberg. Or at least like a version of it was sort of displayed in like Soul Calibur, for instance. But the curve was nowhere near that heavy. So I think that might be where they're going for.
It looks like they were trying to make a saw out of sword.
Yeah. But someone fixed the spear. Looking up Flamberg right now. Yeah, actually, wow. That weapon is exactly what that would look like. Okay, I'm gonna actually send this to you. You don't need to put it on the stream, but like, if anyone's curious, look up Flamberg or the Flammenschwert, as it's so called.
I wouldn't know how to do that in the first place, to be fair.
But yeah, you can see it in the Discord. I think.
Yeah, it looks twisty.
Yeah. So I think that's probably where the inspiration came from, is that type of sword. It's literally flame sword.
Flame katana!
Yeah, pretty much. The blade itself is like very decorative. It's not very great.
But it does look like something an evil villain might use.
Yeah. The design of the blade is decorative, along with being functional by causing unpleasant vibrations when parried.
That would work with a spear user, and B, I guess also in regular combat, because if you don't want to hold on to your sword, you're not gonna want to fight. You don't want to keep fighting.
The one thing it had that as an advantage over other swords is that a waved blade could better distribute the force of impact, and thus was less likely to break. Which is interesting.
We have learned things today.
I honestly thought it was like a kind of silly sword, but you know. It was the security lady who invented the blade, who invented the spear. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Edgeworth, you put a witness on the stand. You lost the case the moment you did that. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed? Mr. Rex, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I know what it is, and this is like, again, Chekhov's gun here, because the detail of the spear being broken was mentioned in the first case, and it didn't come up until now.
First trial, you mean?
First trial, yeah.
To those of you who don't know what we're talking about, because that can probably happen. Chekhov's gun is based on the idea of if you place a gun in the first act, it has to fire by the third act. Namely, you don't introduce items without them being used. Now, sometimes that does happen as a subversion, but more often than not, if you introduce like a gun, it either has to go off or be used in some fashion. So we mentioned the spear. It doesn't come up in the trial. It might be considered like fake evidence or whatever. And then it comes up like, no, it's been duct taped. That's the gun firing off.
Yep. The duct tape on the spear is the Chekhov's gun, not the spear itself.
Oh yes, the fact the spear was broken and then fixed.
Yeah. I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I expect you to stall, Mr. Wright.
It's what you're so good at. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
Exactly what I said.
Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. I guess it would be in the photo, wouldn't it? Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
Are you telling me he's alive? I'm joking, but that's... In...
You know, the judge being surprised here kind of makes sense. He has not seen this photo yet.
Yeah. I'm making a sort of... Not like a reference to a joke mentioned in, Jello Pop. I keep making references to the man, and I'm kind of worried he's going to, like, catch me. But sorry, my brain stops. But he there's literally a case where it's in very it's very early on in in Investigations 2, so it's not really much spoilers when I point out it's like, man, this is weird. What's wrong with this photo? And there's like clearly a the president about to be assassinated with a red dot and everything. It's like, what's wrong with this photo? There seems to be a red mole on the president! And, you know, after having the appropriate freakout based on it, he basically it's basically like going, he's dead in this photo! No shit! Sorry. Sorry, I know it's bad form to explain jokes, but also, if I'm explaining of a more popular creator, maybe they won't get mad when I borrow jokes.
If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended.
Everyone, the jury will go to jail. Guilty.
Mr. Wright, what is all this about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios.
You said it wrong. You're supposed to say 5 years ago. You don't actually have to do that. I'm just making beans.
I know. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
That man is dead? What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:38 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago.
I gotta say, that doesn't look natural.
What, down the wall, like the fall onto that?
Yeah, he would have to like flip a bit.
The same thing happened like with the other photo too. The best guess I have is like maybe he was like falling backwards, tried to catch himself on the railing, and just like fell over. It was a stormy day, so the railing could have been slippery. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died the same way he caused another man to die? 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, right, I'm her.
I'm Miss Vanquez.
Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. Do you deny that what I say was true?
Yes, because you're accusing me of murder.
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break at the meeting lasted for 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio One and placed inside of his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? It's not, I bet, well, okay, the last two are kind of similar, but...
I believe the middle one. I believe the middle one's implying that no, she could totally do it on herself, by herself.
Yeah, so I think it's, she had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. There. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
I need to throw something away. Give 1 sec.
Okay.
I've been fidgeting with a piece of garbage that I realized I should probably just toss.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
I would use a fidget cube. I have one of those somewhere, I think, in my desk. I'm just worried, though, the clicking buttons we picked up.
Oh, they probably wouldn't be. Like, I fiddle with stuff sometimes and my ear picks it up either way. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Hold on, right. Don't forget, it was Sal I keep fucking naming this guy's name. Sal Manila that drove the van. It was this douchebag. Are you saying that Mr. Manila was a conspirator?
He wasn't, was he?
No. He was.
Oh.
He would do anything she asked, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Of course he was. Of course Salmonella has to happen there. Damn, his name really fucks you up.
Yeah, that's why I hate it.
Salmonella has to be damn it, has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez? Shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Hmm? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Jeez, the court really doesn't know how to deal with this.
We're used to a freakout at this point.
Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright. We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Uh, mm, of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. I like playing Edgeworth off his game.
Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. No more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now?
Up to you, I don't know.
I think we need her to testify again, I think. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Would you give up, Mr. Wright? Think about it. Even if I was to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I say it again? You'd ask the same questions and get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. I've come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I'd like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez. Objection! What? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
Really quick, can we get more cases where Edgeworth is, like, not in the back scene trying to manipulate things or anything like that? Where he's just as, like, stumbling through it as Phoenix? It feels buddy cop as all fuck.
That's the Ace of that's Miles Edgeworth Investigations, man.
Oh, I gotta play that. I see. Very well.
Your Honor! I requested the witness testify again.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Just the judge sitting there like, I see. Very well, we'll continue with what I thought. Objection!
Wait, no, I thought of something!
like during the time the judge was shocked by Edgeworth not having an idea of a question to ask. Oh. You are the prosecutor. Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making this Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes. Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the concerning this matter.
Nick! Why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? She probably realized she did it too.
But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that...
Edgeworth. Hey, Maya. He's still getting a guilty verdict.
That's a good point.
There's a salad bag security lady when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldback was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now. If you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
This almost feels like a boxing ring match.
A little bit, yeah. Okay. This is a tricky one. I do recall this being a little... I don't think... This isn't one of those ones where we press everything, right?
It's not.
Yeah, we have to do something with a particular thing. Sal and the security found the body. Yeah, move on. Assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security Oldback was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. He has to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. There's something here. I know it.
Want me to press?
No, I'm trying to think about like the. There's something with the head, isn't there? The monkey head. Because have we done anything with that so far?
Yes, actually. I think we used it as evidence for something.
Okay.
Do you want me to press anyways, just in case?
Yeah, press on this one just so we can get some more information. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. They weren't there at the time, though. They had been at the Studio One trailer.
Want to press harder then?
Yeah, because that's a bit of a discrepancy. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Wait. Very well, Ms. Vasquez, please continue.
Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vanquez said she didn't bring the scripts because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have to know about the murder before going to Studio One.
It looks like she's about to drop the stick and everything. Like that was a pretty good one.
Her pipe.
Yep. Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I'll stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vanquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. I mean, he's not a bad guy.
He's not. He just has a very terrible childhood up to adulthood.
A very terrible childhood, a very terrible mentor, and a very, very terrible boss. I already did that.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
So, the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this?
The type of court where we have a murder trial for 3 days.
No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Cameron was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. You weren't there! We know who was at the rehearsal!
It's saying to press the proof that this.
Yeah, I do understand why. You hit the wrong button.
I did. You would think A would be present.
I know. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending. One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. You must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manello was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person?
He's incompetent.
Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! When was he doing this?
Well, it would have to been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order.
Witness, can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Well, I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Because they don't want to die.
They don't want to be caught. I am the world where I want Mr. Hammer dead. Yes, he's fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was a reason, it is unclear to explore. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter?
We have blackmail.
In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Technically, this is kind of an accident. Like, whether or not she meant to kill him is hard to say, but I believe the motive is that he killed somebody else. So, of course it's proven. Okay? I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. It would be the photo.
Yep. God damn it, not again.
Keep hitting that button. It's good that you're checking the photo first. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago.
You want to know what I'm additionally annoyed at?
What?
After that accident, they didn't replace the goddamn fences.
No, they did. It looks like they did. The same thing happened, though.
I know, I meant with ones that wouldn't kill a man.
Yeah. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
And then the fall into his death. His guilt weighted him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
When the first time I heard petty change, I thought it was pretty change, and was very confused with the conversation. I just bring it up because I just thought of that when I read the line.
Oh no, I got that.
Bringing us to present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here. You have only talked with Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. She had no motive.
I got when asked to reveal evidence, and then she has no motive. So this.
She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him up the stairs in self-defense.
Which counts.
Yeah.
What's that now? Also, you know, hiding the body and framing someone else is also a crime.
Yeah, it is. It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What?
What?
What? Still me.
Yep. Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills.
Okay, just a very quick aside. He looks like an '80s action hero.
He does. He does. I think that's like he kind of was actually based on this whole story. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh. Well, ready to get a spare.
That's the closest Miss Vanquez has to a breakdown animation, and I love it.
It's good. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vanquez! I think that's Miss Vanquez.
What happened here?
Manuel fell from the trailer stairs.
Manuel!
Miss Vanquez, please, try to remain calm.
No. How could this?
It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and...
No, Manuel.
Don't touch him, Miss Vanquez.
I'm not gonna shout that.
I wouldn't expect you to.
Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found should only be so natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Aww! His back's right's even curled up.
I know, he's a naturally curled up man. That's all. This court is adjourned. That is a very, nice way to go through kind of Edgeworth saying, nope, it's only natural that he should be found innocent if he's not guilty.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm trying to do the crying waiver without actually being crying.
I know. I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vanquez. I think he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Tell me now. Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Now this...
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Actually, yeah, it's because he wanted to be that person, isn't it? Because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids' show. And as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's over.
So am I.
Congratulations, WP. Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Say something right. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time loading, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten in the way if you hadn't stepped in.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. uh, Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar.
The hilarious bit is that he's not lying.
Really?
Yeah, no, like in later games prove that no, he's a massive Steel Samurai fan.
Oh, wow.
Right. I must say, I haven't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. And the shipping starts now.
Yeah, I understand the shipping. Necessary feelings.
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
No! I've been trained out of them like a dog. They only serve to get in my way. You listen. I'm sorry, I made myself laugh. Give me a second.
Yep, take your time.
You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again.
5 minutes later, the next court case begins.
It's just that meme about the person who's like, I had a crush on someone but didn't know what to tell them, so I told him to get out of my school. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if? They're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick?
For now, we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling that I'm missing something? This is not helping. Even the revelation later, this does not make it. This is not helping. Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
So the curtain closed on another trial.
I avoided Maya when telling the story. I bought her burgers.
By revealing that accident from 5 years ago.
I am wanted by the police.
It was the talk of the town.
I'm not very well liked here.
Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making the kids shows again. Oh no.
Nick! This is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine. I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Especially not given that show.
He probably had someone dubbing for him.
Oh, probably. Okay, give me just a moment. Gonna grab something.
I had to use the restroom anyways.
Alright, good time.
I'm back. You're still gone. Good to know.
I returned.
Ah! I...
I
Hooray!
went to the bathroom. I decided to do the same thing as well.
Ah.
So I come up, got my stuff, came back up, decided, I got some time, might as well, so I don't have to stop and do it.
Because this is auto, you don't have to say anything. Actually, I thought I would just do both. About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Hey, Nick! Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here?
Waterfalls? Dare we ask why?
Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under. Preferably a freezing one.
Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training?
No, I'm a freak! Of course! Except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters.
Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gold Lake is pretty close.
Oh, darn.
Sorry, but them's the breaks. Can you just take a cold shower, Stewie?
Good idea.
So much for rushing spring waters.
That does come up in one of the manga, and how it's solved is hilarious.
Oh no.
I don't know exactly the A to B ratio, but Grossberg dumps water on them. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy and the tip of a hat to Nessie the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax. Has been proven to be a hoax?
Like, we haven't ever found any evidence of Nessie aside from, like, very blurry pictures.
Ah, okay. Locals are confident in their Gordy is the real deal.
No, boring. Can't they show the real news for a change?
Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower.
You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose?
Good idea, Nick. To be fair, being under waterfall is a lot of high pressure and can in fact kill you.
Yeah.
They don't tell you about that in cartoons, but that's a lot of water that should not go on an immortal man.
Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm.
You know what? That might be a good way to actually counter the phase. Just use sarcasm. You're not lying, but you're also not telling the truth.
I still love the party that went through the Fey, like first realm, and they meet the Fey, and the paladin's talking to the monk afterwards. You negotiated our way through our way out with the Fey, and you offered your firstborn child to them. That's right. didn't you take an oath of celibacy? Never came up.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder! You're Phoenix.
I know. I did just say Gourd Lake again, but your internet decided to say no.
Oh, sorry. The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Sorry, I can't think of something.
Phoenix, how's that monkey's paw going, man?
Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away?
Huh?
The hilarious bit of that line entirely is, going by what happens in the games, it's not a rewarding career at all, but it is long.
Uh-huh. Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like...
Nick?
Yikes, Maya.
The fireman yelled at me when I called him.
We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth.
What? You mean the prosecutor?
Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder.
What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How?
I don't know.
Let's go and find out, Nick. Move. Move.
Oh, well, detention center. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we have to... You know, Nick, we've been here one time or another, haven't we?
Guess it comes to the territory.
I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah.
Hey, Edgeworth, come back.
He's at the guard like, I don't want to talk to these people. Take me back to my cell. What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood.
Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were in here?
So, you come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh! Laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? You've cut out.
Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and you'll get mad. Or burst into tears. Edgeworth. We don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you.
Yes, you do.
Actually, he's right.
I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this.
I didn't want you to see you like this either, believe me. Edgeworth, tell me what happened.
Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Duh, we're going to help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous.
Alright.
You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials.
Hey!
Sure, you got lucky in 103, but your luck's bound to run out But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need a real skill, right? Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry?
The murder took place at Gourd Lake, right?
Yes, late last night.
The lake is a long way away from your office. offices in the courthouse. Why were you down there?
I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth! You didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that?
I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Nothing to do now, just head to court later. Oh well.
You have to do this.
Ah.
Your attorney's badge?
Edgeworth. Let me defend you.
Good one, right. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down.
What?
Simply put, they're afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty.
I don't believe it.
Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. We have to leave now.
I honestly feel bad for the guy.
This is where it happened?
Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park.
I can see some police walking around in there.
Questioning people, probably.
Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there?
Well, pal, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything?
Sorry, sir. Nothing.
Idiot! The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double.
But, sir, there aren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who...
Shut up. Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today.
Recruits. Ah!
Eek.
Hey, you're that hairy guy. Hairy Butts. Right! Phoenix Wright! Will he ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it!
He seems different than usual. Wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet.
Huh? Oh, you don't say. Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Okay. Mr. Edna, fluffy pink class lawyer. Edna, huh? Never mind. I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake.
Before I press the button, I noticed this, and I think some other people, Let's Players pointed out, this kind of looks like a happy face. Or a crying happy face.
Kinda does, yeah. With like a little nose even.
Mm-hmm.
In that boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol.
And
Interesting design pistol, by the way.
the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him.
I'm gonna like double check the case, but I think that either comes up as evidence or is actually like something.
The pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. I remember this one in particular because this was a fantastic trial in my opinion.
It just has some characters I hate, by which I mean a lot of heart.
Yeah.
I'm not finding it though. Probably comes up later. Like either the gun is left-handed or the gun is like designed in such a way where what happened is impossible.
Let's see. Turnabout Goodbyes, I think the name of this one.
Yeah, Turnabout Goodbyes. How did they get there so fast?
Oh, well, there was a witness.
No, I know who the witness is. I just hate her.
Oh. When the report came in, they raced to the lake. A witness?
You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you?
Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right, who cares what the witness says?
I care.
You really believe in him, don't you, detective?
Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure it's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously.
Oh no!
After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us.
So I looked it up. It's a .22 caliber pistol. That's why it looks weird.
.22, okay. Hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side.
Well, at least you are, detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one would take Mr. Edgeworth's case?
Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and you lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal. Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on it, too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know.
It was only 2 months ago, pal!
I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to admit that. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you at that trial. He kept saying, right, over and over.
He was saying my name? Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign.
Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Who was this witness? Oh, sorry, pal. That's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw him. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep, it was pretty cold out on the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I've forgotten. I don't celebrate the Christmas the Christmas religion. But what are you getting me for Christmas, Nick?
Where's Santa?
Detective Gumshoe, sir!
What? Find something?
Nope, sir, not yet. But there's a call from the precinct. They want us to hold an investigation briefing.
A briefing? Right. I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me about before I head back?
How to get...
Is it both of those, or is it just how to get in touch with them?
Neither's, selectable, so I'm leaving it up to you.
How to get in touch with him is probably important. You're not coming back, Detective? Probably not now. Sure, so what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Alright. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. Well, what? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission.
You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy.
Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information.
Right. Let's get investigating.
I do like that this time it's implied it's not so much that like the police aren't doing their job. It's just that, well, actually, it is kind of implied that directly they're not doing their job because many of them probably don't see Edgeworth that well.
Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake?
Yep. I'm not sure it warrants wowzers though.
Probably not. But hey, look at this, that snack stand.
Samurai dogs.
I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great.
With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be?
They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know?
Nope.
Examine the poppers. Huh, someone left some poppers here. You know, if you pull the string...
And it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's.
Hey, Nick, there might be a clue. Let's take them.
Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right?
Was it that obvious?
Poppers. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go?
Into my pocket. Pull the string, goes bang. Not very clue-worthy.
Useful.
And now we go in the woods.
Ah. Camera equipment.
I like it here, Nick.
Camping sign.
Look, someone's camping.
They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder. And in front of a no camping sign.
Hey, Nick! If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder.
That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them.
I know if you look at this.
The sign says no camping. Plenty of place to pitch your tent.
Wait, what if the sign says no setting tents on fire?
I don't think they have signs like that.
Oh. And we investigate the camera, and I voice a character I'll have to hate.
This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise.
Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe not saying it loud enough? Hey, I'm Nick. Huh.
Will you stop that?
Maybe it's broken?
Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices.
Well, what then? These things?
The party poppers?
Well, he responded. Yo! Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! Eek! What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now! There goes a whole roll of film! Ah? What? Huh? Sorry? Sorry's nice, but don't pay my bills. You know how much a roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What y'all thinking, sending of a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say, those Southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be dumb. Let me tell you, just because I'm dumb doesn't mean we all are. Hey, Nick, help. And who are you now? Her chaperone?
Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends.
Just figure out what you're going to say and say it for BQ's sake. Gah, I'd rather sit through one of my Papa's draws and let you stutter all day.
Oh boy.
Okay, I like voicing Lotta Hart. I hate her character.
I guess we should pay her for the film.
Watch it.
Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later.
I'm really sorry.
This is my badge.
Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something?
I'm a lawyer.
What? You all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause a lot of you don't know I'm a fighter and I wrestled meaner looking things than you.
No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake.
A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything y'all like.
Finally, some cooperation.
You too. Y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard.
Let's think of it. Where did I get to?
So sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you. If if it pleases you. Thanks. I'll think it'll be okay. Right then. I'm Lotta. Lotta Hart. But y'all can just call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya.
You're not here for meteor showers.
No. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I haven't seen much television lately.
It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve.
That's so? Christmas Eve?
A man on the boat was shot. Did you see anything?
Now let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure though. You gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I've seen when. So what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? You don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right here in the heart of the Heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U. So I hear. Sorry, that's you.
That's mine. That's mine.
I got wrapped up, I'm sorry. So, no, I got it. So, when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago?
What are you photographing?
Didn't I tell you that all already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers.
I admit I was about to say photography for some dumb reason. Falling stars?
It's quite a camera you have there. You better know it. It's Germany, a genuine... Fuck me, man. Solingen. Solingen.
I have no idea how to pronounce that either. We are not allowed. Isn't that where they make knives?
So what's the device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? The camera went off by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that makes Mike's trigger to show whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. Programmable camera? Neat.
That's for record for obvious reasons.
Because she is lying to us.
Also, gunshots. Seems like that's about it to ask about.
We can present it back. We can present the camera back to her.
Oh, really?
Well,
Lana?
yeah.
So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises?
Yep.
Actually, the victim in the case where a researcher, he was shot with a pistol.
A pistol?
Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper?
I guess it would.
Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it?
Hey, y'all are pretty bright.
Huh?
I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film.
It would have been a photo taken late last night.
I checked them once, don't remember if there was anything on them though. But what if I got something? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? Twin-sided SUV. I guess we should come back later. And now we have to move to the police station. Oops, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's not it.
I guess Detective Gumshoe was still in that meeting.
Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal.
Oh god, the proto-badger. Detective Gumshoe!
We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. I got the feeling we're in for some bad news.
Can I examine it? I can.
Hey, is that the police department's mascot?
That's the Blue Badger! It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot!
I see. How nice.
I'll get him a signed mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department. It's the last thing I do.
Good luck.
It looks like it's cursed.
It really does.
Like actually, like if we take that home, it will murder us in our sleep.
Quite possible. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No. Still can't ID him.
Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything?
Not a word. So, how did the meeting go? Can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that?
So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it?
Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled.
I see.
Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go tell anyone else, pal.
I'll be fired. They're very serious about that.
And do me a favor. Send my Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much?
Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship. you trust each other. That's how it works.
A working relationship?
See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time.
You see, Mr. Edgeworth has a crush on someone he says dressed in blue.
Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times. But there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard now. We've got to earn that trust he places in us.
I see.
Mr. Edgeworth is a man you could trust. And you have my word on that. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report?
Oh, that? I'm sorry, that's you.
You son of a bitch. Damn it, Maya, sit down. I ain't talking to you right now. Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Thank you. Start mixing voices there.
We just turn and Gumshoe is wearing Phoenix's clothes.
That'd be hilarious, actually.
If he won't accept a lawyer from you guys, he might just get one from me. Nick?
Huh?
Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face.
Someone you know?
I don't know. I just have this feeling that I've met him somewhere a long time ago. Go back to the woods, it says. What's that clicking I hear?
Not sure, actually. Maybe the birds?
Oh, I thought it was you. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Wait up a sec, we got bingo! Bingo? My automated camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey! This is them. Take a look.
Wait.
See? He's shooting him with that pistol.
It looks like that, yes.
She can't really tell who's that is shooting. Yeah, well, it's not fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos remind me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What?
Are you serious?
I hate this lady.
Having some trouble there?
I know, it's just I hate this lady so much. Of course!
How do you forget? Never mind.
You reckon I should tell the cops? She's going to anyways, unfortunately.
There you are. May as well. I reckon so.
What's that? Now don't you go and try and mock me, No, don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later.
Well, wait, Lotta.
What? Can't you see I'm kind of busy?
Tell us what you saw too, please.
Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I sure need the south side of a northbound skunk than talk to you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. Hey, you gotta let me do some testifying. Hot darn. I hate her. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick?
Well, if you saw something, there's not much we could do about it. question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow.
I just want to say, in the next instructions is go to Gourd Lake Public Beach. Larry is here.
Oh no.
I was Larry, if I remember right.
Yep.
Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! Hey!
Oh god.
Ah! Nick, I think Senda's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick! Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection.
Don't be ridiculous.
Dude, it's me.
Larry! What are you doing here?
In a Santa suit. Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl... Fiance deserves the best.
Fiance. Not another model, I hope.
Hopefully this one won't die like the last one. Oh, Fiance's a fine, fine woman, Nick. It was her idea to wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know. She bought this costume for me.
That's great, Larry.
Wow, a Santa costume. It must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your...
Not my what? No, she's not.
Larry, you know I'm gay. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister? No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my sister's little... my older sister's little sister. Huh. Sounds great.
Don't worry, Maya. He's not listening. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything?
Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. It was with Fiance, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Oof.
I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya.
No, it's just Fiance's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot.
A model. I knew it.
How does Larry keep getting models?
I don't know. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow.
Huh, neat.
The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth.
Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy?
Yeah, he's a murder suspect.
What? Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs? Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs? Ouch. The samurai thing was Fiance's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. So change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake with the big news. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? So Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him and I all used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer. Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? He just got a proscus on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of defense lawyer. Huh, go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who are unable to defend. I'm going to do that entire sentence again. He's always used to talk about defending the weak who are unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about the man-suited society and all that. What a bore. I would change his mind though. Do you know Nick? Nick? I know. I think it originally started out with his like surfer stoner voice, and now it's just gone simpleton.
I know. You've changed his voice quite a bit.
It's not intended to be intentional. What's Gordy? Dude, what you mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake, a giant, mysterious monster, Gordy. Monster? Yeah. Check it out. This thing's an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo.
Really changed his voice.
Yeah, I'm trying to change it back to the normal, like, surfer dude bro voice. Wow, it's really real. Nick, a monster. A real monster.
Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water.
I wish I could have seen it.
Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry? Could I borrow this article from you?
Sure, no problem. That'd be $1 million. $1 million?
Grow up, Larry.
No, man, I'm serious. I don't own that.
Sure thing, Larry.
I got it from the library. You have no idea how many books I owe them. They're going to take my legs, Nick.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take this and go now. See you later, Larry.
My legs, Nick.
You'll be fine.
Please, I can't pay the fees. Nick.
Just already gone, like completely far off in the distance.
Oh. Nothing, just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy, he's a lawyer that was at the office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis.
That office? Wait. Do you mean Grossberg's office?
Right, the guy with all of the vices.
That was the last name I expected to come up.
I heard you snort and I got you.
I just immediately thought of the joke. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake.
I love if I can still see the contracts.
Missing frame.
Yeah. Harm.
Ah, that old, familiar clearing of the throat.
Ha ha! You're Mia's something, are you not?
I was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright.
Ha ha! And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You left me to die. You're grown. You've come to look at a lot like your sister, you know. Takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Actually, I can still smell. Unfortunately, the whiskey has completely destroyed most of my olfactory senses. This is why I cannot open my eyes.
Why does this whiskey say bleach?
Mr. Grossberg, sir? Are you okay?
No. Yes. I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter?
There was a murder last night.
A murder? Here? In our fair town?
You haven't heard?
I don't leave here. I just got up, you see.
Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth? What? He's alive? Who did he shoot? Was it me?
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. Unless you're a ghost, somehow.
This is terrible news indeed.
I guess he hadn't heard anything.
With my egg yolk colored tie.
Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that kid?
Must you bring that up every time you visit? Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, better desserts. Strange. Feels as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah!
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer, here, in my office! That's Hammond! Robert Hammond! Mr. Hammond? And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot?
I think we have to talk to him now?
We're supposed to get a photo back in return. So I think it's... Yep, more things talk.
Who is this Hammond guy anyway?
Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Of whiskey. Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound familiar?
That was several months ago, Phoenix.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't remember.
Perhaps you remember?
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for me as a murderer.
I told you, I poured my soul out to you. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Fey, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes, happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught... That's you. My bad. I'm reading the script wrong again.
What script? This is real life. What are you talking about? Grossberg?
I was paying no attention to the red lights, my boy. I didn't say anything. This is real life, after all.
Right. They never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to the charges being laid against one man. But Miss Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. Police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out of the... You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, yes, quite. Thank you. No, please. Don't mention it.
DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again.
But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim of the DL6 incident was no other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait. This is a photograph of my mother.
Well, this is gonna get dark very fast. I hope you don't mind that.
Ugh. It's a lot of talking I did back to back, and I have some more to do.
Yep, unfortunately. 'Cause I'm here.
What's this? I was hoping you got my message the first time.
Edgeworth, what about your defense?
I'll shoot myself. They can't arrest me then. It's no concern of yours.
Guess he hasn't found anyone yet.
Evidence!
Edgeworth?
It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited. Yet you made incredible progress in your investigation. I admit, I'm impressed, right? You're always single-minded in your work, though. When you start on something, you always see it through, don't you?
About the DL6 incident.
Right. DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That's why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just want to keep you away from DL6.
So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away?
Yes. I don't know. But I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask me whatever you like, and I shall answer to the best of my abilities. DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, the suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond. I cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond... Wait, that's you.
And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder?
Correct. That spirit medium. That was my mom. What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end. And now, this.
About to end.
The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th. The statute of limitations of the case runs out in 3 days.
What?
Isn't there no statute of limitations on murder?
Usually there isn't, but I think they explain here.
Nick?
About,
What does that mean?
when a case's statute of limitations runs out, legally the case never happened.
3 days from now, DL6 will be closed forever. What happened to the suspect, the one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. No one knows where to. If he's still alive, he'll be about 50 years old now.
I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case.
Oops, I didn't mean...
What? Why are you making me relive this? Damn you, Phoenix!
I pressed down and it kept going.
Damn, you got owled. You know what that is, right?
When you're talking to the owl and you sack, and it's on the. Do you need me to repeat myself? Yes. Okay. You seem kind of bored of it, but all right.
I can't help it. Somebody's in control of it.
So your father was a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps? I'd rather not talk about it. Your attorney's badge? I can't say I really want to see one of those right now. Okay, I don't...
You clicked the wrong one.
No, he's supposed to... Like... I don't know what I'm doing wrong here.
Go back to present.
Is this?
Edgeworth? Oh. Okay, so that's not it.
Would have thought there'd be a photo.
Edgeworth, did you shoot him?
What do you think, right?
I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no.
So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, he wants to defend you.
No.
Oh, you lost connection?
I think I lost a good bit. Is he asking if we will defend him?
Yes.
Of course we will. Ah, who could have guessed this day would come?
Not me.
It's my chance to finally pay you back.
Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember doing anything for you.
Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know.
Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. And earthquake.
Well, I guess we should. Well, what's that?
Earthquake! Nick! It's a big one! It's calming down. Yeah, that was scary.
Huh? Where's Edgeworth?
There. He's on the floor in the ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do well with earthquakes.
I've heard of running, but curling up into a ball?
Oh, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick.
Right. You have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe.
You gonna do anything about this guard?
This guard monitors the visitor's room and is doing nothing about the man curled up into a ball on the floor. He hasn't moved an inch since he came in, a real pro, or he's fallen asleep.
Nothing really ever happens in these. I can... All the guards have mastered the art of sleeping while standing up.
No, he's slightly leaning against that wall.
Oh, is he? Doesn't...
He's in the corner, you see that?
Oh, I see, yeah.
He's just leaned up against the corner of the wall. He's taking a nap like that, just like, this is a good spot, yeah. What's going on here?
Eek!
What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to you all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Lot of hearts. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal?
A lot of heart isn't a witness. A lot of heart is a goddamn excuse. We'll get to her.
Calm down. We may not get to her today, since...
Yeah, no, I meant like next week we'll probably get to her, but...
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel an earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overact a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes.
I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school.
This is a trauma.
Then again, they only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the post game of Yakuza 7. And then I'll flip a coin if we have time to decide which game I do next, because the games I have lined up I know will probably end poorly because one takes place in the Call of Cthulhu universe. So, and the other one is Mafia: The Definitive Edition, and I know that ends poorly for the main character.
Yeah. Good luck.
But I hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you next. Hope to see you then. I don't know what Kyle's doing.
I'll be playing more of the Pacific Drive. We did just get past the first barrier, so now I have to go exploring the rest of the zone and dealing with things stealing parts off my car. If that game gave me a shotgun, this would be an entirely different story. You didn't see that, did you?
I didn't see that. No, something probably came up. I just remember the JFJ meme of the flock of cows dubbed by JFJ of "You're in my house, touching my things, my house. Don't mess with Texas."
I'm driving to like the exit zone, and I hear like a noise, and I look to my right, and my back right door is gone. When you know it, I hear a noise, and there's a fucking pickpocket wandering off of my car door while the storm is closing in. So I have to make a choice of, do I dare try to get my door back, or do I just let it go?
Well, you guys have to look forward to that.
It's gonna happen to me a lot more often. I just know it.
See y'all then.
See you.